Hey everyone, this is Keith Valentine. I'm the Pickleball Pirate. I wanted to show you how I became the Pickleball Pirate and how I do film study to get better. That's actually how this channel started, quite by accident. I was raised in a football system in Texas, and I played like 8 different sports throughout my life, and part of my sports life has always been film study. I was always taught to look at film, see how you were doing, and correct it. My foot position, my hand position, my hips, my face, what am I doing wrong, right? That's the way you get better at batting. That's the way you get better at most sports. You do film study. So I brought that practice into pickleball. First couple years I started playing, I've been playing about now 6 years now. For the first 2 years, I just went out to local courts here and I just hit the ball hard. I was a banger. I didn't know what a third shot drop was. I didn't know what a dink was because I didn't do it. I'd hit the ball when it came near me. And so for 2 years, I kind of wasted my pickleball journey. And about 2 years in, I came wise. I'm like, hey, there's tournaments. I wanted to play in a tournament that was bigger than the local 3-5s, which I had played a local 3-5 tournament and won. I'm like, okay, I want to play the 4-5 U.S. Open. So I grabbed my buddy Doug Mayday, and we started going out to the courts nearby here. 6:30 in the morning. As soon as daylight came up, we were up drilling. Drilling. We were doing that for months and months and months. And then we started bringing more people on and had friends come and, Kim Drury and then Dave Vanderwide I invited to come play. And so we would come and drill for 30 minutes and then play for an hour or so. And so, if you're just playing recreational, you want your play, you want to be practicing 20% of the time and playing 80% of the time. If you're trying to get better, those numbers really need to reverse. You need to be practicing 80% of the time or 60% or more and then playing. So playing becomes secondary. So I had to learn the shots. So I went out and started learning third shot drop, dinking. I have drills that I did on this channel, and I was doing these things for myself. And I started filming my games. And so people would play with me and they would say, hey, are you going to post that? I was like, I guess I could. I was just doing film study at home. So I started posting it on a YouTube channel. I just had a YouTube channel and I was like, here, let me just post it there. And more and more people wanted to watch. More and more people wanted to watch. And it became quite nuts. I'm like, okay, do people really want to watch this stuff? And so then we started making content. I brought Joey on board and then Mark on board. And that's how we became the Pickleball Pirates. And so I just wanted to watch one of the games that I've played and show you how I, dissect the games and how I get better. If this is worthless to you, you can just, obviously unsubscribe and hang up on this call and don't watch anymore. But leave your comments below. Like, I'm open to feedback. If this is a complete waste of time, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste your time. So just tell me, hey, Pirate, no one gives a damn. We don't need to hear this crap. And so let me take you to this game.
All right, here we go.
All right, I'm playing with Rob Paswaters. He's on my left, old tennis guy. He good friend. This is all but me as seniors in this game. I'm 48, about to be 49 in December. Got myself out of trouble there. This is the first time playing with this ProDrive carbon drive paddle, so the Kevlar honeycomb core. This paddle is really one of the best blocking paddles I've ever played with. It's a heavier paddle, 8.7 ounces. Yeah, and I can generate a lot of spin with this thing. This thing just bites really well, and it's a thermoform, so it's a Generation 2 carbon fiber paddle, but it feels more like a Gen 1 paddle with the way it blocks and how solid it feels. Ooh, that was a great shot, Mark. So anytime you're trying to keep somebody back from the kitchen line, you want to hit at their feet. Right, you want to make it very hard for them to pick it up off the ground, and Mark hit a great shot there to the middle, right at Rob's feet. Good return, nice and deep. Oh, I deserve that. I deserve that so bad. That was such bad footwork. Like, I was standing straight up and down. My head was down. I'm out reaching, out of balance.
You don't have to put that
I should put that in slow-mo. Like, literally, Mark just torched me. He was over there just waiting on it. Like, I just like, here's a tater, eat it. Oh my gosh, it was so horrible. But he moved at the right time. My head was down, my feet, I wasn't moving my feet. One of my problems is standing straight up and down. You know, Mark wants that one back a little bit. Rob has a really good backhand roll shot, and Mark left that a little higher than he wanted to. No. Now, we didn't capitalize on that one, but one thing you'll notice that, you know, mistakes you make when you're not focusing, like tournament play, is like you want to serve to the deep third of the court. You'll see that we all serve short many, many times in this game, and we're not putting enough pace to make it merit a short serve. Now, see, I got torched there. So when you're going to block a ball, you don't want to extend way out here, because when you extend way out here, see what the paddle does? The paddle gets elevated like this. So you want to stay with your elbow connected to your body. With your elbow connected to your body, then you can get over the ball by letting it get closer to you. It's one of my biggest flaws. I tend to reach out and do like this, and so that's what I did on that one shot, and I do it more in this game. I'll pop it up, and then this person can get it elevated, and then they can just torch me. So you really want to stay in your bubble. So what I've been focusing on after watching my videos is staying low, like bending my knees. I don't bend my knees. I'll point it out. Falling backwards on my heels, not having my feet in the right position, so I'm falling backwards, and standing up out of shots. One of the things that I do regularly. So I really kind of watch and see how many times I'm doing that, and then focus on when I'm doing it right, so I can go, okay, that's the right way to do it. I got lucky. I almost fell in the kitchen there. I made a good move on that one. So when Mark's head was down, I crashed the net. So that's when you really want to be aggressive, is when their head's down looking at the ball. And then see, I stood up out of that. See how I kind of stood up out of that shot? You can go back and watch it. I stood up out of it, and that's why I missed that shot rather than staying down and finishing the shot. No, Rob was in the right spot. Hold the paddle a little too light, it looks like. 4-3.
Good shot, Mark. Oh, I didn't think he had the angle.
Man, Mark got a good ATP there. I didn't think I gave him enough, but then it bounced over there. He wrapped that right around the pole. That's not necessarily a bad shot. A little bit deeper to the middle. You know, that's not a bad lob going there. I just happened to be a little bit off the net already. I was able to get in position. Rob wants that one back. Poor Rob only gets to play about once a month. But he's an old tennis guy. You tennis people and racquetball people tick me off. Your footwork to get to these shots and have your balance. Woo! Gabino got a little greedy there. Now Gabino's playing the Engage. Rob's playing the GRUVN H. Like the GRUVN, really, really solid paddle line, very, very solid core. And Mark is playing the Vatic Pro. Nice little dribbler over the net. Gotta love those. I got a bunch of those today for some reason. Oh, got lucky there. Mark could have killed me. Oh, and I got lucky. I was able to get over the top of that one. I was able to get over, wrap around it, and get over the top. So you know, a lot of times it's the patience of waiting for the ball to get far enough out for you to be able to get a cut of it. A lot of times we take our cuts too early. When you miss, you take your cuts too early, and you really need to let the ball get as low as possible before it hits the ground and then hit your shot. Now, see, I was a bit greedy there. From no man's land, there's no reason to hit a powerful backhand shot unless you're going to do a two-hand ripper. But even that, you're not going to pass the person at the kitchen line, so it's a setup shot at best. I have no clue what I was thinking there. Like, I just absolutely no clue. This every now and then I will go completely brain dead. I'll try to hit a shot out of nowhere, like that was out of my rear end. Have no clue. I think I was trying to hit Mark or something, and that was what was going through my mind. But it was just like really poor execution. That was horrible. Oh, man, that was a good job. Gabino keeping himself in that and getting back in that point. He was able to defend and get back up to the kitchen line. Mark had the advantage there. And then he had a really good, clear winner, right at Mark's feet at the tees in the kitchen line, which is a great shot. Low, too low for the backhand to take it out of the air, but low for that forehand to step over there to the middle to try and dig it out. And Mark got caught standing a little bit too much vertical and wasn't able to put it down. Mark was not happy about that. He was not happy at all about that. He hit the ball at Rob. That was great. Ooh, got lucky there again. No, that's what I meant by staying in my bubble. I actually stayed within my frame and was able to get over the top of the ball. I didn't overextend. Like, had I put my hand way out here, I would have overextended, and that paddle face would have been open, and Mark would have killed me. Ooh, Rob wants that one back. Another half a step, he'd have been in the right position. He kind of got overextended there, but that was a good example of what to do when somebody does try to earn a U, is a nice lob to the middle, because a lob's a free shot at that point, and to the middle you're going to the backhand of the right side. So it's a very safe shot when you know somebody's giving you an earnie. Oh, Rob's kicking himself there. But that's another good hands battles where I was staying within my frame, keeping my elbow connected, and staying on top of the ball to keep the ball going down. I might have saved him there. Yeah, a little help with the wind there. If you haven't heard the gusting in the wind in the camera, it's really windy out there, and the ball's moving big time. So some of these misses, I'm being hard on us because maybe our footwork isn't perfect, but there is a pretty good amount of wind out here. No excuses. That's just the terrain when you play outside. That's why you play outside. It makes it a little bit different, and when you play in a tournament, a lot of times you're playing outside. So if you're not practicing outside, you're missing out on half of the game structure because you got to account for the wind, account for the heat, account for the variables on that court. Ooh, I got lucky there. My drops were not good there, a little bit too high. 6-9. See if we can come back here. But he's staying patient. Yeah. See, another half step. So Gabino just kind of got caught stuck on that left foot. And you see he tried to get his way out of it, but his weight was not in the right spot. Got short hop there again. He's cussing himself. No, he doesn't cuss. He just was getting on himself. Now that was just a divorce ball, right? Right in between us. Neither one of us communicated, mine, yours. We both saw the other one move for it, and neither one of us went for it. Both of you go for it. Mine and go for it. That's the lesson there. Is always tell your partner you're going for it, or his, mine, yours, whatever it is that you're going to do. Communicate it loudly, and then I'd rather have two paddles hit a ball than neither. Once again, short serve. We're right up at the kitchen putting pressure on them. Yep. We were able to take advantage of that one. Yeah, but once again, I got lucky. I'm hitting these little soft dinks to the forehand side of the right side player, and that's just not the right shot. I need to be going middle. Now, see, that was another time I was able to take advantage of Mark because I hit a decent shot. He put his head down. Remember, when they put their head down, that's when you attack the net, because then you can take a couple steps and get into a different position, catch them off guard when they look up next. Now, obviously, when you get to the higher level players, they can sense, they got a good peripheral vision, they know you're coming up, they'll hit a decent shot anyway, but if you catch people off guard, you'll get them every now and then. I got lucky. The net was my friend right there. I pay my net well. And for you new players, you notice these people coming onto our court and just running behind us. Wait till the point's over. It's etiquette to let the ball go behind the court and don't say anything unless somebody's going to step on it. That's when you halt play. But if it goes behind the court, let the ball go and wait till the point's over and then go get the ball, or ask the people on that court to get it for you. It's absolutely rude to walk behind a court in the middle of play. So just like that's beginner stuff. Like, you guys, just understand court etiquette, don't interrupt the game, and just be respectful. That's all. Like, everybody's out there to have fun. I did a good job once I realized I was overextending in this game. You know, I was staying in my bubble good on my defense for the hands battles. That was a good deeper serve by Gabino. And you notice now they have the advantage. They got up to the kitchen line before us there, so that's it's a pretty decent advantage. Yep, and then they took advantage of it. Gabino got a deep serve. It took Rob a little bit longer to get up to the kitchen line. And this is the game when you get to the higher levels, is to get up to that kitchen line so you can control the point. I was able to get advantage of it. Man, that was a good defensive point. Like Mark really kept himself in that point, and then I was able to get a little backhand whip on him. It's one of my favorite shots. All right, I think we're back at 11-10 now. This could be the game winner here. Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. Now, this game was brought to you by the Adidas Power Carbon Team Paddle. This is the longest handle in pickleball that I've reviewed yet. Over 7 inches of usable handle space. Really good, solid thermoform paddle. Not really high spinning, but you can look in the description below and check that paddle out. It's a great, paddle for people coming out of tennis or racquetball. Great for two-handed backhands, and they sponsored this video. So if you like this format, just leave me a comment below. If you don't, you didn't make it this far. So you didn't make it this far to leave a comment at the end, and you missed out, because this was an amazing, amazing journey through the pirate land. I'm just kidding. Anyway, hey, if you want to watch more of this, let me know. I'll do more of this. Leave your comments if you want me to improve upon this in any way. And you know what? Thank you for being a fan. And if you want to watch some of our other games, check these out. Yeah, it's good. It's good.